Hello, friends! It's me, Raina Kinetic, and this year I will be participating in ArtFight. It's my first year, so I'll be making videos throughout the month just to kind of document the process. This year I am part of Team Mystery, so for all you in comedy and tragedy, you'd better watch out. I only decided to join on May 31st of this year, so although I have a ton of OCs, I only had time to put 5 up on ArtFight with their references and everything. Speaking of my OCs, let me introduce them. First up is my main OC, Kalanova. She is a transformer from the IDW comics, specifically More Than Meets the Eye and The Lost Light. She transforms into a basic compact car. Think of like a 4-door sedan. Now, I do have a very condensed version of her backstory and her info, so I'm not going to go everything in this video because that will take forever, but I'll give you the basics. Kalanova, or Kali, is the cook on The Lost Light. She has pretty bad social anxiety and a hint of depression, but she's working on it. She does a lot of experimenting trying to make Cybertronian versions of human foods. I will also say there's a story behind it, but she's best friends with Rodimus. Also down here in all of my profiles, I put a few things my characters do often. So if you want to draw her doing something but aren't sure what, here are just a few ideas. Also, if you want to draw Cully in a different continuity, go for it. I do have my own designs. This is her design for Transformers Animated, where she transforms into a food truck. Again, you don't have to use this design. It's there if you want it. I also have one for Cyberworld, which is a little more fun. I have her stats. Cyberworld is more fun with the alt mode, so I made her transform into a wolf. Here's a couple more illustrations I did. But if you have a different idea for a design for those, or you want to go into a different continuity, go for it. The only thing I ask is that you keep her main color either purple or blue of some sort, and that you keep these ponytail things. Next up, we have my other Transformers OC, Trinket. Fun fact, I created him almost a year ago, but I only finalized his design, or really drew him at all, when doing his reference sheet for ArtFight. I created him with Transformers Earthspark in mind, and he is a crow beast former. He is constantly fidgeting with something, usually some sort of jewelry or accessory that he's making. He enjoys making and wearing trinkets. He loves shiny things that make noise when he moves. He likes punk fashion and rock music. He's pretty chill in general, happy to sit and tinker with his projects. Now, when you draw Trinket, I want you to go crazy with the accessories. On his reference sheet, you can see here, I doodled a few ideas. The one I'm most excited about is this jacket vest thing that could just be covered in pins and patches. Now, I do have 3 notes when drawing him. They are down here in his character-specific permissions. First, don't ship him with Cully. To me, if they have any relationship at all, it's going to be a familial one. Second, I imagine him as being in his late teens, so please don't draw any suggestive content for him or ship him with adult characters. Third, his main color is indigo, specifically not purple or blue. You don't have to color match exactly, just keep it like indigo. Third is my Star Wars OC, Myrdala Drawl. If you're familiar with Mandoa at all, you're probably laughing. In my defense, I had a list of about 5 names, and a friend chose Myrdala Drawl specifically. She has a very detailed backstory. I'll go ahead and summarize. She was born a Mandalorian, but her parent gave her to the Jedi when she was Force sensitive. She was a very emotional kid. She had a lot of outbursts, mostly because her Force sensitivity manifested as intense empathy. Eventually, she became Pong Krell's apprentice, and he caused her facial scar. After Umbara, Obi-Wan takes up her training. She gets to know Anakin and Ahsoka and the clones as well. She does develop a little bit of a crush on Ahsoka, and Myrdala learns about Mandalorian culture from the clones. She also helps Fives investigate the inhibitor chips. Now, from here, there's 2 branching timelines. If she succeeds, then Palpatine is defeated, there's no Order 66, and Ahsoka comes back to the Order. If she fails, she is caught and experimented on by the Kaminoans and joins the Bad Batch when Omega refuses to leave her on Kamino. She cares for Omega, but argues with Hunter constantly. They both care for Omega, but they end up butting heads a lot. It's very fun. After that, she hides being a Jedi because it's not very safe. Now, in 3 out of 4 of my references, I have a version where she's a Padawan / Jedi, and I have another version where she's with the Bad Batch. And that's just kind of her armor wearing dark clothes. Something I want to add is she would be a great character to draw with other clone OCs if you're doing mass attack attacks, but you definitely don't have to. Just as a note, 2 of my references are from dress-up games that are both linked down in her profile. One last thing I'd like to note, Myrdala is a lesbian, so please don't ship her with men. Keep it to women and non-binary people if you ship her at all. Alright, and now we get to an OC that I only made last week right after I binged The Amazing Digital Circus. This is Nyx. She entered the circus somewhere between Ragatha and Jax. She was a huge Greek mythology nerd, so she named herself Nyx after the goddess of the night. Unfortunately, Kane misspelled it, so now her name means to reject or to be nothing. Nyx is a ball-jointed doll that is completely unpainted. She's worried she looks too similar to Kane's artist mannequin NPCs, so she hides herself under her cloak. She also has long gloves on if she uses her hands at all. She is terrified of being perceived, so she prefers to be in the background. She does have props, specifically tarot cards that can float between her hands. A fun thing is the tarot cards all have Kane on them. So her room, similar to Zubal's, is full of hair, paint, fabric, and anything else to customize dolls with. However, it won't be until after her doll form is revealed, somewhere during the series, that she will attempt to use anything there though. Now a fun thing you can do is draw Nyx experimenting with looks. You can also add hints to show that the others helped. For example, if Gangle draws her anime eyes or Ragatha puts her hair in braids, etc. Do pretty much whatever you want, go crazy, just have fun. And the only note I want to highlight about her specifically is please keep all the drawings inside the circus. Don't draw her as human. I know she's kind of humanoid here, but there's a difference between being a painted doll and her human outside the circus form. Finally, we have Ramsey. They are an Iridian from Project Hail Mary. They are a hospital chef that mixes up nutrients for patients, puts it in a shell, and feeds patients if necessary. They got their name when Grace was recovering from malnutrition. Rocky was refusing to leave Grace's side until he woke up. Rocky refused to even eat or sleep, and eventually Ramsey had enough. They're typically patient, blunt but not unkind. However, sometimes there is a patient that needed more than just a gentle push. Grace woke up to Ramsey yelling creative insults at Rocky and calling him an idiot. Grace laughed, drawing attention to himself. Grace named Ramsey then. Ramsey is based on rhodonite because it can look like food. I did link the specific reference images I used in their profile. One looks more like uncooked meat, the other looks like a medium rare steak. All I ask is that you don't depict them hurting or poisoning their patients. They would never do that. Also, don't draw them as a human or anything else. Keep them an Iridian. Alright, those are all of my characters. More info can be found in their character profiles, so please check those, and check my own profile for my specific permissions. To thank you for watching, I'll let you in on a little secret. I'm not just a digital artist. In fact, I would say it's not even my main form of art. I spend most of my time crocheting. So if you're watching this and you want me to make a doll of your OC, put a star in the upper right hand corner and I'll do my best to make you a doll as revenge. In addition, if you're comfortable with it, I'll be happy to send you the doll. Just DM me after I make the attack. Thank you so much for watching and good luck with ArtFight, everyone!